Then. Now. 4. Together.
And now, Applebee's presents Money in the Bank.
Welcome back, everybody. Crimson here on the Ramajama Taylor channel. This is Wrestling Talk. How are you guys doing? Did you see Money in the Bank? Let's get into it, guys. I have the one, the only.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives to go wild. I've got.
What's up, HBK?
Not much. How's everybody doing?
What's up, UGABOY?
Man, I am loving it. How about Tiffany time? Tiffany Stratton, as you can see by the picture, man, she grabbed that briefcase. But anyway, we'll get into all that and a lot more. But I thought it was a heck of a pay-per-view. A lot of stuff happened. Didn't expect it, but we'll get into the nuts and bolts in that.
Yes, we will. And speaking of the nuts and bolts, Drew McIntyre lost all his nuts and bolts, but he won the Money in the Bank. It was an excellent ladder match, but he
got screwed again.
He got screwed.
I mean, look, Drew McIntyre might have should have just said when he said he quit. He might have should have just meant it, because this dude cannot do nothing without getting screwed.
I think it kind of, in a way, it was a complete waste of the Money in the Bank. And still, I think Drew McIntyre cashed in, but as we saw, CM Punk cost him the match, and it was kind of predictable.
Cashing it in tonight was his first mistake.
Well, Corey Graves, which does an excellent job, no matter what you think of him, be it on Friday Night Smackdown. He's been with Michael Cole. I think they gel really good together. The point of this is, or the point I'm trying to make, I should say, is that, and Wade Barrett hit it on, I don't know if you listened to the post show.
Yeah.
He said, I think if I was Drew McIntyre, as many times as I've got screwed, not once or twice, at least if you're going to cash in the Money in the Bank, at least have some slight of an idea that CM Punk would not be in the building.
Well, Drew made several mistakes tonight. Several. One of them was that long, saner, cocky walk that he done, like walking out to the realm. I mean, they seen him coming. They're like, "What's up?" He didn't run to the ring. He didn't. I mean, he just wasted it. Him getting screwed, him losing the briefcase, him not winning the championship tonight. It's all on him.
Exactly.
I agree with you on this. South of 10, which for some people knows you as Crunkman, but we'll call you South of 10 properly. But here's the thing that I don't understand is, and I want to ask the panel this, talking about y'all and the audience. If I understand CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre has a thing going on, and obviously it should happen for SummerSlam. But either way, would you, if you're CM Punk, why would you screw Drew McIntyre, especially like tonight, when we all know it's going to be CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Let Drew win the daggum title, so when you beat the snot
Well, check
out of
this
him,
out.
CM Punk can win the title.
Seth Rollins is pissed at Punk. Okay, they already hate each other, and the dumb internet marks out there like, "Oh, this was worth it." Now they're for a reason for Rollins and then Punk to happen. Are you serious? Did you completely forget all that they had beef? Again, this didn't add anything. Rollins and Punk always had a feud waiting in the wings. If you're smart, it would be saved for WrestleMania 41, like it was meant to be at WrestleMania 40. But Punk costing Drew the cash in, just a waste of the case, because costing him the Money in the Bank match would have done the same amount of damage to Drew. This feud is already on top. It's the top feud in WWE, and this didn't add anything that we didn't already have. Punk and Rollins, and they already have beef, so we didn't need this to happen to get them in the ring.
Time out.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, three-way match, SummerSlam. Book it now.
Yeah, that's possible. Hey, but this is where my rant is. Okay, Seth Rollins went and did everybody in the WWE. He put the cherry on top, right? I know everybody's gonna say Priest didn't have Dom, JD, or anybody in the Judgment Day. Okay, I get that things kind of turned when Drew McIntyre came out, but ultimately CM Punk not only screwed Drew McIntyre, but now let this sink in. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on and say it, and everybody can hate me for it all you want. Tyler Black, which is Seth Rollins, is arguably one of the best talent wrestlers in the WWE. He will never have a shot unless our prayers are answered by Gunther beating Damian Priest at SummerSlam. And if he doesn't, he might as well go to AEW because Seth is screwed.
You do know that Damian Priest is not going to hold the title forever, right?
He may not. But you got to understand, there's a lot of Seth Rollins fans. Do you not hear him sing his song every night?
That just proves he don't need a championship to be over.
That's exactly right.
Well, he's if he can't win a championship,
he doesn't need to have a championship belt to be over. He's always going to be over. He's Seth freaking Rollins.
No, he's Seth freaking Rollins because he burns it down, and he can't burn it down when people are screwing him. So if he can't go and win, like let's say Logan Paul's title or whatever, he might as well let Becky Lynch come back and him go and babysit his baby. I mean, I'm just being honest. He's kind of boycotted. I mean, Gunther is his only shot. That's why Corey Graves, and I did a little research before the show here, believe it or not, guys, and Corey Graves and Seth Rollins in NXT used to be good friends. Corey Graves, by the way, for several months, it's been cleared. He's been more hands-on. Now, I know if it was Randy Orton, he probably would have beat the living S out of Corey Graves, and he would have done it to CM Punk. Because you don't screw Randy Orton out of titles. But, we're talking Seth Rollins here. I'm very disappointed, that he just kind of let it go. I would have tore CM Punk.
I got you,
but
man.
yeah, but I agree, SOUTHOFTENN, right. Crump Man. Yes, triple threat, SummerSlam. Let's go.
Up next, Sami Zayn defends the Intercontinental title against Braun Breaker, and it was a big pop for Sami Zayn. Yes, indeed. But then we have Sami beating Braun clean and still your Intercontinental champion. Braun Breaker's first clean loss on the main roster. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm a little mixed emotion on this because, he claims that he should have been in this, he should have been in that. Then he loses Sami Zayn, which, by the way, Sami Zayn, he, let me tell you, he's had his moments of losing and being screwed. Okay, so I'm very happy for Sami Zayn. First of all,
definitely
and one of the biggest things
win for Sami Zayn.
One of the biggest things that I have a problem with WWE, and I saw this, and you can take
real quick, UGABOY, before I forget, he beat Gunther's Intercontinental streak.
Right.
Not only is it Braun, it was here tonight, Toronto, Canada.
Exactly. So this is where I was going with this. This is where the problem's been with WWE. Now, look, all pun intended. I'm not hating on Sammy. Okay. Yes, I'm a Braun Breaker fan. I dig him. I think he's got a lot of horsepower. I think he's got a lot of stuff. You know, you look at the picture, man. Dude's a beast. But here's the thing, man. You're gonna lose some, and you're gonna win a lot, right? Or win some. The point I'm trying to go with this is that every time they're in Canada, hands down, if you're a champion, I mean, look at when it was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, for example.
But it was
Kevin
an excellent
Owens,
match. I have to give
but
that
Kevin
match.
Owens and them always won.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So now, going back to the Gunther of him beating Gunther and where they were at tonight, that's why Sami Zayn won. WWE has that tendency of,
right.
if they're somewhere like North Carolina,
go ahead.
Get ready.
Go
for
ahead, real
Ric
quick, Ugga
Flair.
Boy. Go ahead, SOUTHOFTENN. Looks like
Flair.
he's got something to say. Hold on, Ugga Boy.
Where's Sami Zayn from?
Canada.
Oh,
Damn.
Canada.
Every time there's somewhere.
Real quick.
Let's talk about
the
this.
last
The
time is
man.
now. The last time is now. And he is retiring.
Okay. My turn
Not
to rant.
surprised.
My
Go
turn
ahead.
to rant a little bit.
Let's hear it.
That was stupid. That was just stupid. All right. He comes out. Oh, his time is now retirement. Okay. He had to come out and pretty much remind me that he's in the WWE. I thought he was already a part-timer, semi-retired, and now he's going to come out there and just wave a little towel. Wave his little towel. And then say the time is now for me to retire.
So I agree with you. Here's the thing about it. If you show that towel one more time, if you don't mind, on the screen. This is what I don't understand. Show the towel one
Show
more
the
time.
towel.
Show it.
All right.
The last time is now. But he ain't retired to 2025?
Yeah.
That man ran this little segment.
Sorry, I had to.
Look, I love the colors. I love the fact John Cena has contributed. Maybe he's given a lot, behind the scenes. That's what. Yes, he has, and I admire him for that.
And my hat's off to him. As he was coming out to the ring, I was saying, whatever you do, don't take that hat off, that bald spot on the back of your head. But I mean, my hat's off to him. But tonight, his announcing his retirement to me was pointless.
Yeah, you real fast. I'm not. I don't care if you're a Wyoming or a Georgia football fan. You didn't see Nick Saban say I'm retired, and then like 3 months later say, okay, I'm retired again. Well, this is I agree with you, SOUTHOFTENN. That was pretty damn stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of stupid because if he's retiring, why not retire? Why not announce it when you actually do retire? But I guess I don't know. He's just letting everyone know he's got a year. I don't know.
But I get it. I get it. Maybe y'all don't watch NASCAR, but this is what NASCAR drivers do. They say, "Hey, I'm retired," and then like they come back and they do part-time stuff.
He wants everybody to buy his. He wants everybody. He wants everyone to buy his merch and let everyone know it's his last year. And
yeah,
hell yeah.
Well, since you brought up NASCAR, okay, they were retiring from full time. Now, okay, a bad example is Mark Martin. He said he was going to retire back in 05 or whatever, and came back and raced. Yeah. Well, what 10 more years?
Yeah, you're right. You got a good point. Look, and that's why we're all on the show, because we're bringing good points. And you shutted me up, SOUTHOFTENN. Good job.
There you go, Ugga Boy. Finally, a good decision. It's Tiffany time. She's your 2024 Mrs. Money in the Bank.
So real
it was
fast,
a fantastic match.
It was the women's ladder match. I think the Money in the Bank. I really enjoyed this match more. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of good stuff, but there was a lot of them flipping on ladders, hitting, each other. Really quickly, Tiffany has been given a push, but she's never. It seems like she's, Bianca Belair. Somebody has always. Now she finally got the briefcase. What's y'all's takes on that? Like, I mean, do you think it's a good idea? Because we all know she's coming for Bayley, but Bayley's got Nia Jax, so it's going to throw a curveball in on Friday Night Smackdown.
Well, go ahead.
Look, man, I know my profile picture is going to make me look like an idiot. I'm going to be the first person to tell you. But I just wanted to hear the words Chelsea Green. Man, look, she has had the awfulest script. She got lucky. She qualified, man. She was like, she unhooked it. And all she had to do was pull it down. But her being scared of ladders got her, and Tiffany won. So I just, what's your take on it, Taylor?
I thought it was a great decision. I'm happy with tonight's result for Tiffany Stratton. So I mean, it was a good match.
I thought Starks, had a good shot.
I mean, yeah, I really thought at first that Zoe Stark was going to get in there and she was going to win it. She was so close,
but real fast, like, okay, we talked about John Cena. Like, do you think that WWE, and this is assumption, okay, since we could sit here and chit chat it and everything else, and you can in the comment section below too. But here's the thing. If not Joey, I don't even know why I said Joey, Starks, I'm just going to say Starks with all due respect. If she would have won, you remember she beat the crap out of Trish Stratus last time they were there, but Trish Stratus was there. Do you think that they should have made Starks win the match and then just instead of having Tiffy go to the back and say and rub it in, Trish Stratus's face, should they have made Starks do that?
I don't know. I mean, I never looked that much into it.
I mean, this is just this is just the idea. It's just something that came to my mind.
Moving on real quick, we have the FU solo chants.
Now I truly understand why on Smackdown they was bleeping it every 3 seconds, and I was getting mad. Now I understand.
We have Jacob Fatu facing off with Randy Orton in his first WWE match. Jacob was kicking butt, man. Randy's middle rope DDT was dope, and Randy tries to set up for an RKO, but Jacob is up and waiting for him. It was a badass spot. I really enjoyed this match. Hey, man, the Bloodline, they're kicking it. Solo pins Cody, just like I predicted. The Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga defeat Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. And Jacob Fatu was a real star of the match. He put Cody down and let Solo have the glory. Cody versus Solo at SummerSlam up next. What do you guys think about that?
Man, let me just say this. Look, I don't care. I know a lot of people has talked about the backlash and how they had to play it off with him coming to Canada, talking about Jacob Fatu because of his criminal background. This dude is a fighter, man. And look, I praise the Usos, both of them. I don't care what the script, who gets their butt handed to them. I think Solo has potential, I think any wrestler, right, on that roster has opportunities to be really good. Jacob Fatu, man.
It was an excellent showing from Jacob Fatu. He smashed it. First ever WWE pay-per-view. He was booked to be a superstar.
He's got, I watched him, when he was down there, training with Booker T. I can't remember exactly the name. I apologize, but you can go on YouTube, and he's always been, the Samoa Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. I was really hoping, and this don't matter unless that does happen. I was kind of hoping that when Roman Reigns does eventually come back, and hopefully we have Bloodline 1 versus Bloodline 2, I should say.
Let me ask you something real quick. Not to cut you off, Ugga Boy, but let me ask you something, South of 10. When do you think Roman's going to return?
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
Quick and easy. SummerSlam, yes.
SummerSlam for sure.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ugga Boy.
But man, dude, I really wanted Jacob Fatu to be with Roman. It could happen. There's all these predictions and stuff.
Right.
I know we don't want to get off too.
Did you see the post show, Ugga Boy? Solo tells everyone to acknowledge him.
Yeah, I did. I saw that Wade Barrett, he was flapping his gums. But look, Wade Barrett, he is a good commentator. I'll give him that, and how about, I love seeing Big E, whenever he has opportunities.
Right. Drew went mad. He just crashed a post show and elbowed Adam Pearce. Wade Barrett had to get involved to stop Drew. It was ridiculous.
But let me ask you a question, and because something
I might have an answer.
So this was reported weeks ago about Jacob Fatu. Obviously, we didn't. This is when Roman was still champion, right? So we're going back a decent amount back in January, right? Okay, so we didn't know if, I believe his name is Zillow Fatu, you know, they got all these Fatus, you know, that's part of the Samoa tree, which I'm assuming he would probably be with Roman Reigns unless, you know, but I don't want to do this, you know, this guessing game here. My hope is, I really hope Jacob turns on them. But anyway, where I'm going with this is this. Okay, so they said, is it true that Pat McAfee, okay, this was going back in January, okay, and I can put this link in the description once it's loaded and everything else. He was talking about how there was talent in Triple H and how he believed in Paul Levesque and all this stuff. But then when Jacob Fatu comes, the next week, he's gone. Now, ironically, on that before that, we had the White Six. And I ain't going to talk about the White Six as much as I want to. But Pat McAfee did have, unfortunately, a death in the family. But where is Pat McAfee is the point I'm trying to make.
He'll be here next Monday. He will be here Monday. Pat McAfee will be on Monday Night Raw Monday.
Oh.
I asked this because here I'm making a point here. He definitely shows up easily on ESPN for his Pat McAfee shows. He talks a lot about WWE. He's already had Paul Levesque. He's had Michael Cole. I mean, he's cut the crap with some people, right? He talks a lot of bad stuff. And look, we all love Pat McAfee.
Real quick, UGABOY. I know we all love Pat McAfee, but let's talk about your feelings that when we talked off the air about Uncle Howdy not being at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and how I've told UGABOY he will do something at a way bigger pay-per-view than Money in the Bank. Not knocking Money in the Bank. It's a big pay-per-view. I think there's a bigger plan there.
Look, with all due respect, I doubt that Paul Heyman will listen to this show. Never know. It's the internet. He's listening. He's giving information to Roman Reigns. I'm very positive he is. But disclaimer, this is a spoiler alert. Jey Uso Monday night will go against Chad Gable. Now, I don't think that the White Six will go after Jey Uso, but it's going to be very interesting. They're still, I guess, coming after Chad Gable. I'm not disappointed they're not on the show tonight, right? But they're buying their time,
right?
And we'll see what they do. But I think everybody better tune in Monday night because some
sure.
business and some boom's about to go down. Not just with the White Six.
Go down.
Yeah, it's going to be popping for sure, wherever they're at. And how about what was it that we saw? Was it Bad Blood? I could be completely wrong.
Yes, Bad Blood's making a return.
Atlanta, Georgia. Let's get some daggone tickets, guys.
Where it all started.
Hey, you know why? Because the White Six may be there because it's Raw. Right? Well, no. It's a pay-per-view. I've lost my mind.
This is big news, you know.
You never know. Awesome. Roman Reigns and them, you know, that's when you could have the Bloodline 1.0 versus Bloodline 2.0, whatever you want to call them. You never know. Look, wrestling is popping right now.
Yes, and I'm really excited with this announcement of this new pay-per-view. Bad Blood. Logo. They're bringing it back. They need to bring back back No Mercy or Unforgiven. Armageddon, you know, all the good stuff, man.
So Ramajama Taylor, I know I've talked it. I know I've got to give the panel and everybody the rest of their time, but I got this question for you. And SOUTHOFTENN, you can talk about it, but I'm going to ask you more because we talked about the White Six, and I don't want to, carry on because I know they went there tonight. Okay, so did everybody see Jacob Fatu's intro, right? He's got like the red circles with the werewolf in the middle.
Oh yeah.
There has been some buzz saying they don't think it's related. I don't think it is either. But man, he's got some bad logos. I don't think it's related, but I'm going to ask you, do you think it's related? Do you dig the logo?
I think it's related. I dig it.
How do you think it's related to the White Six?
Oh, to the White Six? No, I thought I thought you're talking to the Bloodline. No, it's not related to the White Six.
Yeah,
I think
totally
that's
different.
What it is. That's separate.
Yeah, because
totally
if you look at it, it looks very similar, but it's not a complete one. But yeah, either way, it's look. I would hate to support Jacob Fatu on the group he's on right now with Sikoa God, I hope he goes with Roman Reigns. But that would be a killer shirt. I'm sure if you go to www.shop.com, they may have it out, but it's coming. I would love to have a shirt like that. And I'm telling y'all, Jacob Fatu is the real deal.
Shout out to the co-host here, UGABOY, and my other co-host here, South of 10.
So South of 10, I've been rambling my mouth and everything else. What is your final thoughts moving forward to Monday night, the new pay-per-view? I mean, what do you think? Are we going to have a banger, or is it going to be mellow?
Well, I'm going to step on some toes, and I'm going to make sure I back up and do it right when I do this. It ain't going to be hard to beat Money in the Bank. I was not happy with the night show at all. I mean, it was just uneventful for the most part for me. It was too predictable, and I could have done my own thing and got ESPN updates and would have been in the same boat, and I would have been happier.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it was all predictable.
I mean, no big pops, no big surprises. I mean, did we know that CM Punk was going to interfere with Drew? Yeah. I mean, Ray Charles. I mean, it didn't take a brain surgeon. I mean,
It didn't take more than half a brain, did it?
Yeah. I mean, I was just not happy with Money in the Bank tonight. I mean, I thought it was going to be better than what it was. And I walked away not happy with it at all.
Go ahead, Crimson, and I'm going to tell you what I
feel like I could have put together everything just by doing what I've been doing, you know, keeping up with Raw and SmackDown when I can, and put 2 and 2 together. And yeah, everything was pretty much predictable. Like, yeah, it was nice to see, you know, another Money in the Bank. I think last year's was definitely better, but I'm not going to sit here and say it was the greatest. But I mean, there's going to be way better and bigger pay-per-views, so I'm not even worried about it. And I just think it's funny that Drew just keeps screwing himself. I love that. I love where they're going with that.
Drew didn't screw himself. It's called WWE's letting CM Punk screw him, and they also screwed, which is a big-time wrestler in Seth Rollins, until Gunther or somebody decides to change
You got
it,
something to say. He's looking right into the soul of somebody.
Do I need to repeat myself?
Sing the song.
Listen,
Drew screwed Drew.
Yes, he did.
He won the briefcase. He got trigger happy and just couldn't wait to get it
too soon.
He was like a kid at Christmas. He was like a kid, you know, ready. I mean, he was right before peeing his pants, like a kid at Christmas, too excited and, you know,
Congratulations. How do you feel?
I gotta pee.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Too jacked up, you know what I'm saying? And
you know, I'm hung up on the fact that
he let his emotions get the better of him, and it's his emotions, his actions that caused him to lose tonight. Yeah, CM Punk had a hand in it, but CM Punk, he played right into CM Punk's hands. CM Punk played him like a fiddle. That's all it boils down to.
Because CM Punk can predict. It's too predictable, and Drew McIntyre is way too predictable.
I mean, the moment Drew won the briefcase, I said he's cashing it in tonight. CM Punk's going to screw him.
Oh, look, this is my biggest rant of the match. Okay, I get it. There's earpieces in referees' ears, and I'm going to make this very clear. I have never seen a bigger botch by a ref. Seth Rollins won 1, 2, 3, y'all. I mean, say what you want. This was way before CM Punk showed up. So I don't know how bad this match could have been on somebody's, if they have a scale, if we could put a scale on this, you know, on the TV screen, the computer screen, whatever. But man, Seth Rollins, he got screwed. He just got screwed. So what's next for Seth Rollins? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's going to be interesting to see moving forward what's going to happen, right? I want to take 2 or 3 points off of what I saw. I do not think this was the greatest Money in the Bank match. What I am disappointed is what I fast forward before Money in the Bank, which I would have loved to see a rematch from either one or the other tag team, because ironically, the two new tag team champions at WrestleMania lost on the same week. Okay, R-Truth. Can y'all hear me? Did I lose
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, R-Truth and The Miz should have had their rematch tonight, or there should have been a rematch from their tag team titles of Austin Theory and them. That's just my opinion. Or they should have just waited from last night.
And big congrats to Johnny Gargano and Ciampa for winning the tag team titles with the double tap out with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Sorry I missed it. I was trying to watch the Friday Night Smackdown this morning, but my DVR or something kept screwing up, and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm done.
Well, you know, I was really kind of hoping Austin Theory would just turn on Grayson Waller, and I like the pairing if they do it right with Johnny and Austin Theory like it was back in the day. But yeah, that's a million words. That says it all right there. Ain't happening. But I'm happy for Ciampa. You know why? There's something that he can say that The Miz cannot say. The Miz is not tag team champions, and he is. Because remember when they had beef a long time ago, The Miz was bragging about how he was better than Ciampa. And as you can see in this picture, Ciampa is tag team champs. But anyway, Money in the Bank was not the greatest. I think Monday night is going to be a good one.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to it.
Bet your last bottom dollar Monday Night Raw is going to be pretty good. If not, I'm not going to say it's going to be the greatest, but it's going to be pretty. I'm hoping I'm not.
It's definitely
going to
be. It's definitely going to be better than what we saw tonight.
Exactly, it's going to be better than this.
I mean, and I know I've rented it, and I've gave my 2 cents on tonight's show. I say that I don't like it, and I'm pretty adamant about it and vocal about it. I will say this: you can't expect a banger every
single time.
Sit down.
Let me ask you this. Okay. What would you have to rate it if you were to rate it?
2.
UGABOY.
1.5, 2, something.
What would you rate it?
A 2? Are you kidding me? A 2?
I could go lower.
That bad?
I could go lower.
Oh boy.
What would you rate
I don't know. What would you rate it? And then I'll tell you. I'm kind of like.
I'll give it a 3.5. I'll give it a 3.5.
A 3.5. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be a little more generous, believe it or not. I'm going to give it. I would say about a 4.5.
Why? Let me ask you why.
5-star rating.
We're going on a 5-star rating. So out of 5 stars, what would you give it? I mean, it was a 4
if I can't do 4.5,
you can do 4.
Yeah, you can do 4.5.
I did. Let me tell you something. In all seriousness, no matter if I change the avatar or not, just then, I really dig that women's ladder match. I really did. I think that you like we talked about a while ago. I don't have to name names. I just thought that it was anybody's game. I really do.
Yeah.
And but in closing, I'm going to say this.
You got to give a shout out to the women's division. They definitely put on a great show for us tonight.
And I've heard a lot of people say that the women actually do better than most of the guys. I've heard this weeks in, weeks out. Sometimes I disagree. Sometimes I agree. Tonight I agree. Thoughts?
What do you got to say about it?
I'm getting sleepy. That's what I got to say about it.
Well,
since you're going to sleep, let me ask you this. Okay, because something interesting, and it may be, water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, but last night on Friday Night Smackdown, since we didn't really do a Friday Night Smackdown, it's something interesting that Jey Uso has made very clear over the last 2 to 3 weeks. He said that he didn't want nothing to do with the White Six. They could have all the Fireflies back. He gets on the mic. Not only did after Chad Gable come out and say that he's not scared, he'll face him, even though he's been dead, and he'll be dead again if he comes face to face with him, which I suppose. But Jey Uso said something very interesting we have not heard since Bray Wyatt was alive. He said it very clearly before Chad Gable came out. He said they let him in. Any thoughts?
Again,
we got Jey Uso,
again. I didn't
Chad
see
Gable
SmackDown.
Monday night. Well, Monday night we got Chad Gable, Jey Uso, so we'll see.
Oh, well, we got everybody's ratings in. It was okay. I'm definitely looking forward to Monday Night Raw.
I will say this. Comment below, like the show, like the rest of the shows.
Give us your thoughts and opinions.
Crimson, I mean, we all, put effort in, to making shows, but Crimson, he does a heck of a job of what he does. And we're not going to think you're delusional if you give us a 1 or if you think the show is a 5, okay? I don't expect anybody to agree with me at a 4, but it's okay. If you do, then that's awesome. But please give us a like, share out to everybody in your community because this show is just now getting started, and I'm looking forward to what we're going to see coming up on Monday Night Raw.
I appreciate that, guys. That was UGABOY. And South of 10, let me ask you something. What are you watching later tonight?
My favorite program, the back of my eyelids.
The back of your eyelids?
Oh, yeah. It's a repeat show. I've seen it 1,000 times, but I love it.
Hey, Crimson, you want to ask me that question?
Oh, all right, UGABOY, what are you watching later?
I'm watching Tiffany Stratton pull down that briefcase.
You really like that, didn't you?
No, I'm not. Look, I'm glad she's got a push, man. But dadgummit, man, I really like, Starks. But dadgummit, I really wanted Chelsea Green to do something. And because, it's mom, you know why, real fast? It's because for 2 years she was like NXT champion. She gets fired because of supposedly photos, which, I mean, any man in their right mind will tell you she's hot, beautiful, whatever. But bottom line of it is this. Okay, I see you, Paul Levesque, but I'm saying
we're
this.
Have to give UGABOY a second and get his last words. This is UGABOY's last words.
Thank you so much. I will honor you by saying wrap it up. Thank you for finally giving Chelsea Green something that hopefully WWE fans could be proud of. Because I don't see how she was a champion for 2 years and she could barely win a match.
And she did.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
You too, UGABOY. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And hey, let's see if John Cena will keep his word. Remember, 2025.
As Crumpman calls him.
Well, hey, look at there. It's my bedtime. Y'all have a good one.
All right, we'll see you.
Peace out.
It's been good. It's been good, y'all.
South of 10, thanks, man, for getting on here with me. And I mean, it wasn't the greatest pay-per-view, but I mean, it was wrestling.
Yeah,
and it definitely is good again. I can't wait for the Netflix, and Crumpman can't wait for
the back of my eyelids.
The back of his eyelids. I'm ready for Raw and all that to go on to Netflix, and Crumpman just can't wait to get them eyelids shut. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. I'm out.
Hey, one thing we say around here is wrestle